Hello and welcome to another edition of AttractWell Office Hours. I am Coach Ashley. Today we are joined by founder of AttractWell, Greg Kilwine. Hey, Greg.
Hello, hello. Glad you're here today.
We are so thrilled that you're here today. And for those of you who use social media and would like to have a link in bio that is truly yours, that fits into your strategy, you are going to love what we are chatting about here today. First, a little bit of housekeeping though, before we get into the details. This is a live call that we host every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. This is for anyone who is a coach, a consultant, network marketer. If you have a service-based business, basically the AttractWell platform serves a lot of different types of businesses who have a need to show up where people can see you and they can become your clients or customers. And then of course, follow up, stay in touch with a contact manager, and then through on from there into how you serve your people. We are all in one. You don't need to have 27 different things when you're using us. And so on our calls that we do here, that we broadcast onto Zoom live, and then of course we have on our YouTube channel, we offer training that'll help you to grow in your business endeavors. And of course, like today, we'll be giving away templates that you can use on your own site to actually really streamline and improve the way that you're running your business. So we are excited to have you here today. As you're coming in, let us know where you are in the chat. We're always thrilled to see you, to learn more about you. We're not going to be getting into slides today. It's going to be very much a show and tell and a walkthrough. Maybe just a quick question from you guys. First, where are you from? How y'all doing? We've got we've got California, Northern Jersey, Georgia. Of course, we also, as usual, have New York and North Dakota here on Zoom. We're thrilled to have you all here. What does everyone do? Let us know in the chat. Hello, Vero Beach, Florida. I'm jealous. Hi. Congratulations on your move, Colette. I wanted to get out of there too. Anyhow, so let us know, what do you do? Are you a holistic practitioner? Are you a coach? We do have two of those here in the comments. We also have, team leaders in network marketing organizations. Our software works beautifully if you are growing a team as a social seller or a network marketer. We have chiropractors who use us for their communication, and of course, also adding on additional income streams to how you currently serve your clients, because we do have courses and the ability to serve with group coaching and things like that on our platform as well. So welcome everyone. It's great to see the diversity of businesses that are showing up here as usual. And maybe next question for you guys. How many of you are active on social media? Maybe just to show of hands. How many of you are active on social media? I hope that that's everybody who is here today, right? I hope that's everyone here today, because what we're going to be talking about today is your link in bio, which is something that is going to serve you on your social. Now, I'll say this really quick. If you are not currently active on social, and active may mean different things. So I want to kind of clarify that just a little bit. So active on social, what I mean by this is that you are actively putting content out there, not I am scrolling actively, because I think that we should all do a lot less of that. But are you showing up and creating things so that people can be inspired, decide that they want to follow you, learn more about who you are and how you can help them? That is something that I do definitely recommend that you do, regardless of how much you choose to personally engage or get down into some of the muck and icky stuff that can show up on there. If you have a business that you want to get found online, this is a thing that you at least want to show up for on a once a week basis, although the experts will say it's at least once a day, right? But either way, if you're showing up, let's just say on Instagram, how many of you have an Instagram? You've been on Instagram. Maybe you've been just scrolling. Maybe you don't put stuff on there, but you're scrolling through and maybe somebody puts like a picture up because it's Instagram. But then they, in their comment beneath their image, it says something and then it says link in bio. You ever seen that before? Link in bio? So that is, it's the thing where you have your profile information. On Instagram specifically, you can only put a clickable link in the bio section of your Instagram. You can't just click off as of today when we're filming this. You can't just click off from underneath a post like you can on Facebook or even on Twitter. So one of the things that has sort of made itself available in the marketplace over time is this thing called Linktree. And Linktree is a service where you're basically either getting for free and branding their company, or you're paying for it. And it's literally just a super, super duper hyper basic web page that's got some buttons on it that go somewhere else. That's it. Very, very simple thing from a technical perspective. And certainly if you have AttractWell, which has all of your web pages, all of your email, all of your automations, all of that kind of stuff all in one place, you don't need to have a separate service to have a page with some buttons on it. So today we're going to learn how to make a page with buttons on it. And I actually have a resource that's pre-made for you, including Canva templates that you'll be able to use and modify. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what that looks like. But first, I want to actually show you, we're going to take a look at this. Matter of fact, hey, Greg, since we were just on the call with her, do you have Mercedes link in bio link handy?
I can look it up here probably. Just give me a minute.
Okay, we actually have a member of our community that we featured on a previous training, and she was showing us hers, and hers is made from the same template that I want to show you today. And I want to give you a little bit of an idea of what the finished product would look like and some ways that you might want to use it. How many of you maybe already have a Linktree and you're looking for a way to, to dispense with it and to bring this all into your website? Does anybody have an existing one already? Don't think anyone here. Okay, we do. Okay, perfect. So Gigi, Kim, those of you who are saying yes, could you tell me what kind of links are you putting on yours? Go ahead and put that in the chat. And I'm going to actually go over here and share with you guys. This is actually one that's made by a member of our community. She's a Young Living brand partner. And so this is hers. So when you click her link in bio on her Insta, you see this cute picture of her. You can't do this on Linktree. We've got a link to go and shop. We've got a link to starter bundles where she's got curated items that you could start with if you're going to purchase from her. We've got pages where we can go off and learn more. In this particular case, she's got a sway presentation that you could scroll through. So we're just sending off to another link here. We've got another class. There's several classes here. She's got a page on her site that we're linking off to as well, where she's talking about a specific product, why she uses it. And of course, she's encouraging people to purchase it, right? So add this to your next order. And then she's got her affiliate link here as well. So lots of different things, depending on what you offer, what you sell, you've got the opportunity to make this. Now, all of these are buttons in Canva, and I have a template for you that's ready to go. It did go out in the email that you received prior to this call today with your link to hop on the Zoom, so definitely do check your email, but we'll make sure and put that in the description as well. Colette, the first page, the one she has a QR code for, so Linktree is the name of a service that we are basically replacing by making this page for her in GetOiling or for anyone else here in AttractWell. So when somebody uses, so just to fill everybody in, we were just on a training with her. She has a business card with a QR code on it. That QR code goes to this page. So this is where it goes. And now from here, people can go anywhere, right? And yes, Gigi, you just want to copy that link, put it into your browser and swap out the name AttractWell with GetOiling, and you'll be able to open that in your GetOiling account. All right, perfect. So now you see what it is. Let's talk about what we can put here, right? Because you do actually have several options, including a pop-up if you wanted to actually collect leads. So if you want to send somebody to a link in bio and maybe you want an exit intent, maybe they're about to leave the page or they've scrolled down a certain amount of the page and they haven't clicked anything. If you want to pop in and offer them a freebie, you can collect their information and get them into your funnel right here on this page, which again, because it's integrated into your whole system with AttractWell, it's not something that you're really able to do with like a Linktree or other kind of service you can build this with, which is pretty cool. So the kind of things that you can offer on a page like this could certainly be your main link for people to purchase from you. If you have a lead generating funnel, so if you've been through the client funnel challenge, whatever the lead magnet is that you're offering, a link to the landing page could live right here as a button. If you have a work with me page on your site where people can learn about different options of working with you, that can go in here. Links to your other social profiles, of course, we can connect down here at the bottom, getting people onto your email list. So just saying subscribe for blog updates or something like that. Having a landing page that's connected via a button for that would be a great option as well. So everybody's kind of got a little bit of a different thing. It depends on the business that you're running, but I do recommend that you have some kind of lead generating offer here. Or if you do offer as a social seller, as Mercedes is, a way for people to, with really no barrier to entry at all, just go ahead, click this and start shopping, then of course, this is a great place to put that kind of link or information as well. All right, so are we getting some ideas for maybe how we might want to show up with our page, with our Linktree, our link page rather? I'm going to make sure that I get logged into the correct Canva account here so I can actually show you guys everything that we can do. It's taking me just a second. Sorry about that. And do make sure that you are grabbing these links that are in the chat, you guys. The client funnel challenge link Greg just put there is going to show you how to build a lead generating funnel that'll help you get more leads into your business so that you can close them onto whatever it is that you offer. And that is a free course. Okay, so I am in Canva now. So let me show you real quick what this is going to look like for you. I'm going to share this link in our chat right now. If you are a GetOiling user, hold on just a second. I'm going to share this for you as well. There we go. All right, so if you look at the chat and you click the link that's there right now, you're going to see a page that looks like this, or of course, if you're a GetOiling user, you're going to see GetOiling as opposed to AttractWell, okay? All you have to do to claim this link page is to go right up here and grant permission and then claim the bundle. And once you're there, you'll have the option to click straight on the page that you've claimed and then head over to this link page in your list of pages to begin editing. So one other thing that I do want to call your attention to though, before you leave this page, is that we do have two different Canva templates that we're going to work with here. So the page buttons is one of them. So let me show you that real quick. You're just going to click the link and you're going to click use template. Here we go. Now, mind you, what I'm showing you here right now is with these guys, you are going to want to save these with a transparent background or whatever the color background is on your page if you don't have Canva Pro. So if you don't have Canva Pro and you don't intend to get Canva Pro, what I would recommend that you do is simply delete this background image here and then just fill this in with color and put your text in here so that you're basically just saving that rectangle shape with the words on it. And of course, you're able to make that button what you want to. Now, you also do have the ability to create buttons that just live in AttractWell and resize those. But I didn't want to get too into the weeds on fooling around with like modifying page design on this particular call. You can simply go in and swap out the images in this page template and get the same thing that I just showed you that Mercedes has, okay? Just be mindful, again, if you don't have Canva Pro, maybe don't intend to get it yet, it's not in the budget, it's not in the works, just make sure that you're using this very last one and delete this little rectangle and then just fill in the background with whatever the color is that you want for your button. So if we want it to be gray, I would just delete this guy, obviously make this text white or something like that, right? And then you could download this and use it on your page without Canva Pro. But I do recommend it. It is really, really a useful tool to have for your business. So real quick, I want to show you the other template as well. And that's this photo circle template. Excuse me. And this is one where you can simply drag and drop a photo of yourself and it'll crop it as a photo. So here, I'll just go to elements and search for woman. I'll just search for a woman. I'll go to photos, but this would be a photo of you, right? Here's a woman. There you go. You just drag a picture over and it'll crop you straight into the circle. Again, you are going to want to download this one if you're using it this way as a transparent background image. Okay. So you're going to want to get that done. And then of course, with these, you can drag. So let's just say, for instance, this is your work with me. You're just going to change that out. And then I'm going to go to elements here, and I'll put in work and go to photos, and I'll pop this image in right there, right? And you can always double click it and kind of move it over if you like. So that's what that button can look like. I can go to share, I can go to download, transparent background. And then I'm going to take that image and we're going to upload it. I'm going to undo my changes here because this is your template. We're going to upload it right here. We're going to swap out this image by simply clicking on. So we're going to click, you see how it's yellow here? We're just going to click it and it's actually going to show us all of our buttons. So we're going to swap out our button here with the one that we have just downloaded. And that's going to be this one. Okay. Then, of course, you do have the opportunity, instead of just sending them to a button, you can tell them why they may want to click it, right? So learn more about how we can work together to get whatever the benefit is that you offer. And then the final piece is going to be you clicking this image right here, because we're making this into a button, right? We're going to click this and then click this insert link right here. And then whatever the page is on your website that you want to link off to, you're going to do here. So we're going to maybe click on our sales page, click insert. And now when you save the page, it is going to send the person who clicked it off to the page that you want them to go to. Okay. So it's really simple. And here's the other thing that you should know about this specific template. If you scroll all the way down, this is a hidden section, right? So do you see how these are all grayed out? That means they're not going to show up on the page. These are instructions on how to edit this template, okay? So you do have the Canva links here that you can click and go off and get those templates if you'd like to use them. And then of course, you can follow these instructions in order. A couple of quick things I want to show you guys before I show you another option, because Gigi, you do have a great question about how we can just make this with buttons on an AttractWell page. So I do want to show you how to use that with a built-in template that we have in our system. But really quick, I did mention that you can get leads from these from a page like this that you use on your site for your link in bio. If we go to settings here and we go to leads, we can actually offer a pop-up. Now this pop-up can come up from any of the buttons that you click on the page. And if we do that, we put in a message in here. Of course, we want to make sure we're clear on exactly what we want them to, exactly what we want them to give us in order to get the free thing that we're giving away that we talk about here. We want to make sure that the campaign that they get is correct. So if you send a confirmation, whatever that might be, this could be a repeat of an existing funnel that you have. And by the way, if you don't have a funnel and you don't know what I'm talking about, leave this out. This is definitely a slightly more complicated step that you don't have to take on a page like this, but just know that it is something that's an option for you in the future. Of course, any tags that you would want to apply to somebody who would opt in for this offer, you would want to make sure those are here. Make sure that you are sending them to the correct page after they opt in, and you're good to go. So this can function just like a landing page where you would offer something for free, except it is your link in bio. So you get to the best of both worlds where that's concerned. Just make sure that if you're offering that freebie, you go to your image here, and in the link, we are putting in for the URL #lead, because when they click it, it is going to cause the pop-up to open, right? And it's going to tell them to enter their name and email if they click that. All right. So that's basically it. It's pretty straightforward and simple. If there's anything that you guys would like to see done on this page, or if you feel a little lost, we can absolutely slow it down and walk through this. Just, you know, let us know in the Q&A, and we can make sure that that we've got that covered for you. Don't anybody left behind here. I know this might be a new concept for some of us. So one other way, I'm going to leave this page and actually show you what is perhaps an even simpler way to go about this. Is you can just go to create page. And Linda Sue, this may be like the most simple path for you to follow if you don't want to fool around with Canva I'm actually going to be showing you and Gigi as well how we can go about doing this. So if you want to create a link in bio page, we go to create page. And if we scroll down, there's actually a link page template that we have built in. It's different from the one that I've included that has the Canva buttons. But in this case, we've got, and this is our AttractWell link page, right? I'm going to go into the Jane account and actually show you guys what this is probably going to look like more for her, because that's the AttractWell one, right? That's the one that we have on our own page, Greg. Yeah, it's not showing up the way that, okay, so I'm going to go to create page, go to link page. Okay, never mind. This is just what it looks like on AttractWell. I was looking for the smiley face. All right, so you can edit the background here if you want a different image, or you could delete it entirely. I'm actually just going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to delete that. This is where you can put an image of yourself, right? So I'm going to swap this out with, I'm going to find an image in here of Jane. Well, here we go. This will be Clara. So here's a picture. Great. I'm going to then, underneath the picture, I'm actually just going to hit enter twice. And let's just put in my Instagram handle. Okay. Just so people know what it is. And then I'm going to increase the font size on that so we can see it just a little better. There we go. All right. And so here we can say, get my guide, right? And if we want this to be a button instead of a link, all we have to do is click this style guide right here. And we're going to change this to purple. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and change them all to something different. So there's my blog, and then there's join the community. Obviously, whatever you put here is going to sort of, you know, depend on what your personal strategy is for where you want to direct people. But there we go. So if I hit done here, you can see that we have these buttons, but what if we want to modify the actual button size themselves? This is where we're actually going to click element styles, edit element styles. We're going to click the button itself. And this is where, Greg, I might need your help. How would we adjust the width? Right.
Yep,
like
if you
this.
want it to be the full width, you go to 100% or something like that. If you want them to be consistent, because that'll shrink down on mobile too. I mean, maybe if you want to do a duplicate section for your desktop, you could, but 100% looks fine too there.
Right, for sure. Okay, so we're just taking width in the element styles to 100%, right? And we're going to hit save, and this is going to be, and this is an important thing to remember, because it's going to be whatever your AttractWell URL is, /links, or whatever it is that you want it to be, right? So be mindful of that. So I'm going to call this links. The title bar text they will see. So this would be learn more about me. And this we're going to call our link page. And this is our internal use. This is for public viewing. And then this is the actual link path. So yourwebsite.com/links. If we have some kind of lead magnet that we're offering, we would put that in the lead section here. So we'll just go ahead and put this in here. Enter your name and email below to get my free guide. I'm going to increase the font size here. And there we go. I'm going to add my campaign here. Here's the crunchy one. I'm going to go to the confirmation. There we go. We're going to send her to your confirmation page. We're going to call, these will be the crunchy leads, because that is what they're opting in for. So we'll hit done. We'll hit save. And then I want to hit view. I did save. There we go. Okay. And so what we'll do next is we will take a look at it, and I'm going to shrink it down to mobile size so you can actually see what this looks like. Now, if you would like for this to show your footer, you can, right? The other option would be to have a page that is more similar to this other one that we were working on here, this link page. So let me go back over to pages and show you, actually, I'm going to claim this bundle. Here we go. So this page that you have a template for has a spot for you to link your social down here. So this is where you would actually go to click the Facebook image and then link it to your Facebook profile. Click the Instagram image, link it to your Instagram profile, and so on. And if you don't have a Pinterest or don't want to share it, for instance, you can just click it and then delete it, and it's gone, right? If you wanted to swap it out with a Snapchat icon, then you could go into Canva or wherever, LinkedIn, grab an icon for that and then pop that in here, of course, if you want to use LinkedIn. Highly recommend, especially if you have a less social and more buttoned up professional audience, then definitely put LinkedIn in here as well. So this is an option. I do prefer personally to have something like this on the page as opposed to a page footer, which if I can get my Zoom to cooperate, I would like to show you. Okay, so this is what this would look like on social or on mobile rather. I don't like having this here because this is really, it's a website footer, and we want our link page to really just kind of zoom them into taking one of just a couple of different actions. And some of our footers can be a little too busy for the strategy. So what I would do here to remove the footer that shows up on the other pages on your site, all you have to do, something up with how my Safari is viewing stuff here today. Hold on just a second. In your page settings, you can choose to show header and show footer. I'm going to do neither of these things. So I'm going to hit done and save. And then I'm going to come over here and refresh and show you guys what this simplified one looks like. So this would be what your link page looks like if you're just making it from scratch. Pretty simple. And then, of course, for this other one, let me show you. I'll go save this and we'll view it. And again, you can have your photo here, these buttons. These are two different options, and this is what a pop-up can look like for you as well. You can grab leads from right here on the page. Okay, so before we go any further or show anything that's potentially more complicated, I want to make sure that we can pause and take questions. I'm going to lower hands real quick just to make sure that it's confirmed that whoever raises their hand would like to come out and speak. So if you have questions and you'd like any walkthrough of any of this or any of the concepts that we've talked about today, please do go ahead and pop your hand up or let us know in the Q&A, and we can chat about this live. So I know, I think Linda, you had mentioned, I think by the time I got to Canva, you were like, I don't know. So we can certainly talk about that and different options that you might be able to employ that are a little, just a little more approachable, or at least help you see how this is something that could actually be pretty simple and easy to get done. And of course, there's space here as well if you have any desire to have someone look at your works, talk through any of your strategy. If you have any questions about things that are not what we're talking about here today, please do go ahead and pop those into the Q&A, or just simply raise your hand, and we can bring you out to chat and go over any of this that you'd like with you. And this is a speak now or hold your peace till next week situation. So do make sure, don't be shy. All right, hey, Linda, that's totally okay. We have learning curves, and this is one. Let's climb it. How you doing? Thanks for coming out today. If you'd like to unmute, there we go.
Oh, I'm just totally lost.
Okay.
My son is my tech person. He knows when I yell, help, he comes running.
Okay.
I don't know anything about this. He bought me this laptop, and that's it. I play with it.
Okay, cool. Well, what is your business? What do you do?
Right now, I'm unemployed. I was with a food service for a school, and obviously school's not in session, so now we have no work. Can't get unemployment because they have a limit. They need you to earn at least $12,000 for the year before you can collect anything. So I'm not getting unemployment. I am a senior citizen, so I'm living on a very fixed income. And I'm going to be needing surgery. So I'm not going to be able to go back to work for a while. So I need an income.
Okay.
I
So-
want to get this going. I mean, I've been stuck at Star for 12 years now.
Okay. So you're a Young Living brand partner.
I am.
Okay, perfect. So how have you have achieved the rank of star, which means that you have had some success. You have actually gotten customers. So how have you done that in the past? How have you found your customers?
A lot of my customers were sort of given to me by my then upline, but they are now with another company. And I am sort of alone now. So,
Okay.
I mean, few of my
Well,
close friends are customers. That's about it.
You're not alone anymore. You have a community behind you. Do make sure that you join the GetOiling Facebook community. I
Okay.
assume you were maybe on the call that we just did previously with Mercedes.
Yes, I was.
Okay, perfect. So the recommendations that we made on that call for just the basics of getting started, maybe have your son watch that with you. Maybe, sometime later today. That replay should be out here in the next half hour in your inbox. That's something to maybe sit down with him on. But what we're talking about here today, where we're talking about having a link in bio page, this necessitates social media activity, right? So in order for you to attract more people who could become your Young Living customers, you need to have a presence. You need to be showing up in different places, leading conversations, sharing things that are inspiring, informative, entertaining, any of those kinds of things to capture the attention of people who are scrolling, right? So just like if you had a brick and mortar store, you would want to have an A board out in front of it to let people know, like, hey, don't just wait until you're in the street and you can look at our sign. We want to stop you walking by so you know what's going on here. And so that's what your social media really gives you the opportunity to do, is to capture passing attention. And for those who like what you have to say and what you've put out there, those are people who will subscribe. They want to keep learning from you and what it is that you say and what you have to offer. And one of the easiest ways that you can use GetOiling, which is, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about here on the AttractWell call, GetOiling is it is AttractWell, but for Young Living brand partners. So for social sellers and network marketers who are with Young Living essential oils, it's a platform for them. So one of the easiest ways, and this is what we talked about on the training earlier with Mercedes, is to create a link in bio page. She doesn't have a custom homepage. She doesn't even collect leads from many of her pages. She literally just has a link in her bio that goes off to her, her wish list with Young Living, or a product from Young Living. And if you write down leaf link in GetOiling, you can search for leaf link. And there's actually a way for you to take a link from the Young Living site, pop it into this little generator, and it gives you a code where if somebody clicks it, it takes them straight to whatever that product is. And if they add it to their cart or to their subscription order, you get credit for that customer. So I would really encourage you to, again, sit down with your son, maybe consider implementing some of the trainings that we listed on that call earlier today. And just start getting a couple of the basics in place, because really all we want to do with this link in bio is to provide an easy and simple way for people who pass by and like what you have to say to choose to engage with you more and bring them to your turf, bring them into your place of business. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It's just, I'm slow learning these things, so
That's okay.
it'll take time.
That's okay. Just introduce yourself in the GetOiling Facebook community. You will be, I think, pleasantly surprised at how many people who are there are people who are figuring this stuff out who are over 60.
Okay, thank
A
you.
lot. There's a huge community of us, and we're thrilled to have you as a part of it. So definitely come join us there.
All right, thank you very much. You've been very
Absolutely.
helpful. Thank you.
Absolutely. Glad you're here. All right, Sandy, I've got you up next. Oh, I love your Zoom image here. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Did you? I'm great. Thank you. Did you have any questions?
What's my Zoom image? That's with me on the beach, the picture. Is that what you're talking
With
about?
the with the quote next to it. Looks really good.
Beautiful. Thank you. That's my beginning to get me going, right?
I
So
love it.
I have the I have my goodoilyvibrations.com and my domain is with GoDaddy. So how do I, this is where I have to start tomorrow. I'm dedicating. I started last week. I joined and I'm going to dedicate tomorrow to getting my page going. So how do can I use GoDaddy as my domain, or do I have to change to something else?
So, so do you have anything on an existing website? So like, did you have a website built with GoDaddy previously,
No.
or is that's just where you purchased the name?
That's where I had, yeah, and I have it linked to my YL.
Okay, great. So our team, if you just reach out to our team,
Okay.
then they can give you instructions on how to make that point to your website with us.
Okay.
As opposed to the MyYL. And then of course you could add the MyYL into your menu links or something like that, but you could have your main domain be ours
Okay,
on our site.
And is there a cost for that?
It's an existing domain that you own. No, it's just a matter of you just pointing
Okay.
what you've already bought over.
Okay,
Yeah.
beautiful. All right, thank you very much. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, and then if I have trouble, I can just ask some questions tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Thank you ever so much, you guys.
Yeah, of course. And we do have, in addition to, of course, if you're an oiler, if you're with Young Living, we do have GetOiling has a Facebook group, but we also have one for AttractWell, which of course we are more focused around creating systems and support structures, and of course income streams for coaches, consultants, and different types of service providers and businesses that want leverage and scale. So both great communities to be a part of. And of course, we're excited to have all of you there. If anybody else has questions or would like a walkthrough of anything, please let me know. Okay, Colette, is this a link we send to someone after we create our link page? Yeah, so Colette, no, this is actually, you would probably rarely ever actually send this link to someone. It's a link that sits in your bio on social. So in particular on Instagram, where this type of page is strategically typically used, you've got, you've got an inability to, let's just say for instance, you made a post today on your Instagram about a recipe for a diffuser blend or something like that. And you wanted to tell people how they can get access to the whole thing, right? If you're just, you're showing them like a pretty little video of your diffuser running or something, and you can say link in bio for the recipe, right? Then people are going to go, oh, let me click on her profile. I'm going to go to her bio. I'm going to click that link in bio. And this is the page that pops up where they could click to purchase something, or they could click for your diffuser recipes. You got it? All right, you got it. Cool. Yeah, so that's the whole point of this page, is really for it to rest in one place and serve as like a directory for the things that people can get and learn from you in a very passive way. This is a very passive tool. Now it can become a slightly more active tool if you're creating content on social and saying, click my link in bio and click the button that says whatever to get my 5 steps to whatever something download. And then if you're actually using a link in bio page like this as a landing page, right, where you can have it pop up and they can put in their information, then you're actively using it to convert people onto your list. So if you have a strategy in place, or you have a goal in place to grow your email list, you can use it that way. It is optional for you to use it this way. Okay, you don't have to. If it's not a part of your strategy, you don't have to do that. So Mercedes, whose page we talked about on a previous training for the GetOiling people, and then of course I showed you guys an example of, she doesn't like using opt-in forms at all, because as a social seller, she actually feels kind of uncomfortable with the idea of asking people for name and email. And she feels like she's the type of person who wouldn't respond to that. So she really relies on this page to do a lot of the heavy lifting for her and to convert people. Now, that strategy, that approach is not going to build her email list, right? But that is a great way for you to get started, to just have this so that you can say, click the link in bio. If somebody says, hey, could you tell me more about how you blah, blah, blah? Hey, it's actually in the link in bio, click that button, right? So it becomes a thing that you can just start pointing to. And again, especially on a platform like Instagram, where you can't have just, here's the link to my new blog post. like underneath whatever the picture is that you posted. But you can always have your blog digest as one of the buttons in your link in bio. So if somebody wants to read about it, they can click that blog button and it takes them over to your blog digest where they can see everything that you've written. All right. So I hope that that helps you guys. I hope to see what you're doing. Maybe after you created your link page, head over to our AttractWell Facebook community and show us. Let us see what you're working on. If you'd like feedback on it, if you need help with it, whatever that might look like for you, we're here to help you get it done. So if we don't have any more questions, we're going to go on our way and get to work on creating some awesome link pages to support your social media growth. And if you have any topics or questions that you would like to see covered on an upcoming training, please don't hesitate, send those to us. support@attractwell.com. We are here for your growth and to help you figure out all of this little stuff, because it's so many little things, isn't it? And you just want to do your thing that you're good at. We're here to help you get that figured out. So bring them to us and we'll help you get it done. And we will see you guys next week. Have a great week, everybody.